Good evening, everyone. Today, myself Chakresh Tripathi, PGT Commerce, just going to discuss something about the first chapter of Business Studies 12th curriculum as per CBSE board. The name of the chapter is The Nature and Significance of Management. So, before entering into the chapter and topics, I want to request to you all that firstly subscribe the channel. Thank you. Let us come into the topic. So, in this way, before entering into the chapter, the learning objectives must be clear that today, what are the objectives we want to learn? It means what are the topics that will be discussed today. So, in this way, the very first topic today I will discuss about the concept of management, afterward, various characteristics and features of management, as well the objectives of management. So, in this sequence, about the concept of management, firstly, I want to clear the views that one story was very famous about the management, that there was the five blind persons. They went to the jungle and they just want to see that how the elephant is actually. So they have touched the different parts of body of the elephant, and whatever parts they have touched, they feel that elephant will be like the trunk, like the legs, like the ears. They have touched the different ways, and they have described the elephant in the different way. In the same way, traditionally, the management was something different, and in today's era, management is something different, because every time the research work is going on, and the different viewers, different authors, they have described the management in the different way. So in this way, about the concept of management, the two main concepts of management are there. The first is the traditional concept of management, and second one is the modern concept of management. So let us come into the topic, that what the management is according to the traditional concept. So traditionally, the management was regarded as the art of getting things done by others. The definition is very short, but it describes the so many things, that management is the art of getting things. It means whatever the task we have decided, we are not supposed to do. Others should be involved for doing the task, doing the work, for completion of the objectives. It means whatever the things is being assumed to be done, that have been done by the others, and this is the art, that how we will get done the work by the others. The second definition about the management was given by the C.S. George. He was also a very famous author. He has given the definition that management consists of getting things done through others. As well, he also had defined the definition of manager, that a manager is one who accomplishes the organizational objectives by directing the efforts of others. So, very first thing, he again quoted the same thing which was just defined by the Mary Parker Follett, that management is the art of getting things done by the others. He also explained here that management consists of getting things done through the others. That management will remain same in this definition also, that management consists of getting things, the things which are to be done, that is to be done by others, one thing. And second thing, if the management will be there, so definitely some manager will be there. So he also had defined the definition of manager, that a manager is one who accomplishes the organizational objective. It means whatever the organizational objectives, we have learned this thing into the class 11th also, that there are the three different objectives of the management. Here also we will learn again. So a manager is one who accomplishes the organizational objective. Organizational means all three objectives related to the organization, related to the society, related to the personal means workers. All three objectives should be fulfilled. So the person who is just going to direct the efforts of the other person. Other person means personals, and they have just directed the efforts in such a way that all organizational objectives should be completed. So this was the traditional concept of the management, that it is the art of getting things done by the others. That definition was given by the Mary Parker Follett. Let us come into the other concept. That was the modern concept of the management. In the today's era, management is something different. There was not only the art of getting things done by the others. Here also something may be in the same way, because the work which is being decided, that is to be completed anyhow. But they have just broader the area of the management. They have defined that management is the process of getting things done with the aim of achieving goals effectively and efficiently. Just listen very carefully. They have just given a special punch over there, that aim of achieving goals effectively and efficiently. The work is to be done, but how? It means effectively as well as the efficiently. Further we will discuss here the effectively and efficiently in the next slide also. But here the things must be very clear, that one is the effectively as well as the efficiently. Management is the process of getting things done by the others. It means getting things done by the others with the aim of achieving goals effectively and efficiently. Effectively means, it means anyhow the work should be completed on time, and efficiently, that also focuses over the minimum cost. It means resources must be utilized in the minimum way. It means optimum utilization of resources should be ensured. It means not only getting things, it means getting things in the both way, effectively as well as the efficiently. It means the concept has been broader over here. Now, according to the modern concept, the management is the broader way, that work also should be completed as well as it must be completed in the effective and efficient manner. In this sequence, Coons O'Donnell have also given one definition, that management is establishing an effective environment for people. Effective environment, it means must be very clear that they should be given a training and all, that they also operate the system, operate the organizational goal in the organizational group in the formal way as well as in the most effective manner, that the task must be completed within the time. It means Coons O'Donnell have given this definition, that the work should be completed effectively. It means work should be in the very smooth manner, then only it will be called the management. It means something internal force which we cannot see, that should be over there. It means that is will be the intangible force that is just organizing all the group activities, and also they are ensuring the effectiveness of the task done. In this sequence, F.W. Taylor, he also has been regarded as the father of the management. So he also given the definition over here, that management is the coordination of all resources. It means physical resources, financial resources, financial resources, all resources should be coordinated in such a way that organizational goals should be completed, should be attained in the most significant way, effectively as well as efficiently. So how it will be possible? It will be only possible through the planning, organizing, directing as well as controlling. It means here Mr. F.W. Taylor have also just defined the different functions of management. So I think the concept must be very clear, that according to the traditional concept, the things were required to be done by others, but here in the modern concept, the things must be done in the most effective and efficient manner. Now let us discuss about the characteristics and features of the management. So in this way, the very first characteristic of the management, that this is the goal oriented activity. It means if the goal is to be achieved, then there is the requirement of the management. It means all the resources will be arranged, will be assembled in such way, they will be organized in such a way that whatever the organizational goal is there, that should be achieved, that should be attained. So goal oriented activity, it means something is required to be achieved by the organization. In this way only all the organizational activities will be performed. Next thing, pervasive in nature. Pervasive means, we can say, which is available everywhere. It means in each type of the organization, whether it will be the profitable organization or it will be the non-profitable organization. In all type of the organization, if the peoples are just assembling somewhere for completion of the task, there will be the management. It means pervasiveness is the one of the main characteristic of the management, that it will involve everywhere. Next is the continuous process. Continuous means regular. It means the things are not to be managed, the things are not to be planned in once. It means every time. It means for a long run also, it continues for the long period of the time. It means till the organization will remain, the management will be remain. Next thing, the group activity. All the organizational goal cannot be achieved by the one. It means all department, all the, we can say, departments of the organization, all the resources must be utilized in such a way, then only we can ensure the effectiveness and efficiency. In this way all the departments will have to coordinate to each other, and with the coordination, with the, we can say, the cooperation of each other, the organizational goal can be achieved. So this is not only the part of one man army, it means all will be involved, then only the organizational objectives will be attained. Next is the dynamic function. It means this is not the static in nature, it is the dynamic in nature. It means management gets changed according to the situation. It means this is the convenient, we can say, convenient about the situation. It means according to the need, the things are required to be planned, things are required to be directed, things are required to be controlled. Next thing, intangible force. That is also a very important features of the management, that management functions cannot be physically seen, but its presence can be felt. That when all the things are organized in such a way that they are performing well in manner, effectively and efficiently, the organizational goal have been achieved. It means something is there, something force is there which is just going to coordinate each and everything, that will be considered as the management. So management is the intangible force. Some other characteristics are also there. So one is the composite process. Management consists of the series of the function. Planning will be there. Afterward, planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Even in the previous definition, only 4 functions have been defined by the F.W. Taylor in the definition of the management, that planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. But one, staffing is also the main function of the management. So it is the composite process. We can say this is the sustainable activity. It means all the functions are interdependent as well as interrelated. So that why management is considered as the composite process. It means all the functions are required to be coordinated in such a way that effectively and efficiently the organizational objectives should be achieved. Next thing, balancing effectiveness and efficiency. How the organization will ensure? It means the things, first of all, the optimum utilization of resources, the best utilization of resources refers to the effectiveness. As well, the work must be completed within the time, that is called the effectiveness. So it means efficiently with the optimum utilization of resources, as well within the time. It means effectively also the work should be done. It only can be balanced, only can be managed with the management only. Next characteristic that is also very important, that is the management is considered as the multi-dimensional. Multi-dimensional, it means not only a single concentration the management is just going to perform the task. The management will have to manage all the things. So in this way, first of all, the management of the work. All organizations are set up to perform some task or goal. It means the profitable organization, non-profitable organization, all type of the organization, they have decided some task for what the organization has been organized. So first of all, the task is supposed to be managed. The task is required to be completed. So task depends upon the nature of the business. It means work to be accomplished in a school is providing the quality education, the hospitals for the best treatment for the patient, industries for the manufacturing some product. It means some objectives of the management of the organization will be there. The management always focuses over there that anyhow the task should be completed. So like our school is just bothered to give the quality education to the students. In this way, the first they are firstly focusing over the work. That task, the quality education should be ensured. It means that will be the management of the work. Next thing, we peoples, like the personals, we are the peoples, and we also required to be managed. That also we must be highly satisfied. Then only we will give best to the organization. If we will not highly satisfied with the organization, in this way we will give something but we will not give the best to the organization. So now it is the responsibility of the management, we can say this is the main task of the management, that management also manage the peoples, that because without the human resources the organization cannot work, the things cannot be get done. It means in the way they are, we can consider as the assets of the organization. So people, it means human resource are also required to be management, that their we can say their succeed depends over the human resource quality, about the human resource efforts. So that's why the peoples, the human resources are also required to be managed. So firstly we the management is required to manage the work, secondly to the people. Next thing, operation, we have managed, we have highly motivated to our employees, we have decided that what the task is to be completed. Next thing, how the task will be completed, this is considered as the operation. It means in the well and smooth manner operation should be ensured. This is also one of the responsibility of the management. Let us come the various objectives of the management, that for what the management, for what the organization has been decided and what is the requirement of the management. In this way we are just going to discuss something, firstly about the organizational objectives that we have discussed in class 11th also. Here again we will listen, we will read out that what are the different organizational objectives of the management. So in this way, the first is the survival of the organization. When any organization is come into the existence, so very first thing is ensuring the survival of the organization, that whatever the operation, whatever the objectives of the organization are pre-decided, that should be attained very smoothly. It means operation should be very smooth in manner. So first of all they want to create a recognition, a image in the public, that is considered as the survival of organization. For example, any product, there's a requirement for launching of any product into the market. So first of all we are not just going concentrate over the skimming of the market, over the skimming of the price. We are just only focusing over the survival, that firstly the product must create a image in the public. So in this way the survival is the first organizational objective of the management, that anyhow the for a long period of the time the things must be very possible that the organization will run. If the organization will run for a long period of the time, so definitely the organization will earn the profit also. So profit will be the second stage, first stage will be the survival. Next thing, the profit. The most important objective of every organization is earning the adequate amount of the profit. Without the profit, the profitable organization like the business organization cannot run for a long period of the time, because profit plays a vital role in the business, that we have just learned into the class 11th also. So profit is a very vital thing. Every business organization, they focuses after the survival for earning the profit, for maximization of the profit. They always use the techniques that how profit will be maximized, because the maximization of the profit, only the growth can be ensured. So after the survival profit, they always focuses over the growth. Here we can see there is the continuation in the objectives of the management, that firstly at the primary stage they have focused over the survival, and then after for the earning of the profit, for the maximization of the profit, and then after ensuring the growth. It means that different units, we can say that it means the business area should be very broader in a manner, then only the succeed organization, we will say. It means we can have the example of the Haldiram, that they have decided with the one shop, and currently at the international level they are just marketing their products, they are just supplying their products into the international market. So organizational objectives are very clear. Then after social objectives, so in the way of the social objectives, the very first responsibility, because all the resources have been drawn from the society, so definitely there are some of the responsibilities towards the society that also required to be fulfilled. So here 8 social objectives have been discussed. One is the supply of the quality product at reasonable price. It means price also should be affordable, the price also should be very reasonable, that the profit should be earned in such a manner that there should not be the price skimming. It means the organization, the management should ensure about the balanced price of the product, as well as the quality product should be there. It means the quality also should not be minimized, because sometimes the products may be the we can say the deficiency of the quality may create the harmfulness for the human beings. So quality products at the reasonable price, this is the first social objective of the management. Next is the contribution towards the desirable civic activities. It means whatever the required for the society, like currently we can see the corona effects is there, so it means the number of the businessmen are coming forward for giving something to the society. They are just donating the different funds. So it means whatever the civic activities are there, so always they are assumed to contribute. The next thing about the generation of economic growth, it means when the organization will run properly, smooth operation will be there, they will use the resources in the optimum manner, and they will give the maximum output with the highly motivated employees, highly motivated human resource. Then after, definitely they will generate the economic growth, something they will contribute. It means the profit earned by the organization, profit earned by the industries, profit earned by the organization always give the increase into the GDP. So this is the generation of economic growth. Next, generation of employment opportunity. When the organization will establish, definitely there will be the requirement of the human capital. There's the requirement of the human resource. In this way, this is the social objective, that once they are just fulfilling their objectives as per requirement, they must generate the employment opportunities. Next is the financial support to the community. Like corona effect, we can see that number of businessmen are coming. It means the desirable civic activities, as well as they are giving the financial support, and sometime physical support also they are providing. Next is the organizing educational, health and vocational training program. This is for the personals also, as well as for the consumers also, that the advertisement we can consider that some of the advertisement they are just going to educate to the person, to the society in that different way, that how the product is to be used, that what are the different benefits for this particular product, as well as they are just remembering to the public that what are the health prospects of that product they are also giving. Next thing, using the environmental friendly methods of the production. This is very important. We can see that the all the automobile companies, they have started to prepare the engine which is just following the BS6 standard. It means this is also, it means the eco-friendly, the environmental friendly techniques of production should be utilized, should be used by the organization. So this is also the one of the responsibility, one of the social objective of the management. Next thing, providing employment opportunities to the weaker section of the society. This is the also important social objectives, that while we are just going to create, to generate the employment opportunities, firstly we must think about the weaker section of the society who cannot just getting the opportunities to work, getting the opportunities for the employment. So firstly we always should create one space in our mind while we are just going to generate the employment opportunities, like we can say the reservation way, the in the promotion and all we can consider. So this is also one of the social objective of management. Next are the personal objectives of management. Very important, because this is the responsibility of the management to create the healthy atmosphere for working into the organization, as well as to create a highly satisfaction into the employees for their motivation, because a motivated employee can give the best to the organization and definitely the organization will succeed. So in this way, the very first thing, competitive salary. It means when the management is just going to decide the remuneration for their employees, the remuneration to the staff, in that way the competitiveness should be there according to the efficiency, according to the qualification, according to the work ability, according to the designation. A competitive salary should be there, that the person who is just more capable, more efficient, he should be paid in the different way. So competitive salary is also one of the, we can say, the feature for achieving the personal objective. Next thing, personal growth and development. Only appointment is not sufficient. Their growth and development opportunity also should be created. They must give the training by the organization. It means time to time their improvement is also required for the purpose of promotion and all. And when they will feel that this organization will promote us for the future prospects, also for the higher post, for when we will give the best to the organization, so definitely it will be in favor of the personal, it means humans, it means employees, as well as for the organization. Next thing, about the peer recognition. It means self-respect and respect for colleagues. The organization should be managed, should be departmentalized, should be grouped in such a way that peer recognition should be there, that everyone should feel the proud, the self-respect, as well as the respect for the colleagues. Like in our organization, that each and every teacher is highly motivated, they are just ready to sacrifice every time for each another. So this type of the atmosphere only can be created by the management. So we are very thankful to our management. They have created such type of the environment into the organization, that each and everyone is just coordinated, as well as they are ready to cooperate each other. Next thing, social recognition. When the organization will be on the top, so definitely everyone will want to join the organization. It means when we are just coming into the such a banner that is the recognized, that is the renowned in the area, so definitely it will give the recognition to us. So everyone, it means social recognition, it means the designation always matters for everyone. So social recognition is also one of the personal objective, that by giving the particular designation according to the quality, according to the qualification, according to the work ability, according to the efficiency, the person will be designated. So definitely he will be the highly motivated. Next thing, congenial atmosphere for working. This is also very important thing, that there should be the political free environment of the working. It means the working should be in such a manner that all favorable conditions should be created by the management where the person will feel free to work in the organization. That sometime we are getting all the powers for the operation, for the education sector also we are very free to give the marks in the practicals and all. With the discussion of the management we make free for this one. So this is the and also there is no politics in the organization in our school. So in this way the management is also fulfilling the personal objectives. So now we can say that all three objectives, organizational, social and personal objectives, can be fulfilled by the management. Thanks a lot for your patience hearing. Your comments, appreciations are most welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much.